All right, everyone. Here we are. This came out 6 days ago, so almost a week ago, and it's part 78. And I have now officially decided that I was gonna go part by part instead of waiting for 3 installments in one go, so that we don't have to suffer so much all the time, right? Haha, thanks, Crash. Welcome home. You missed Turnip Boy. It was great. I mean, you missed a lot of me struggling for Turnip Boy. But get your snacks, you know, get your water, get everything you might need. Okay, because we're gonna sit here and do our next Christian, A Comprehensive History, Part 78 update with Genosamuel 2.1 and your favorite, Lilybelle. Okay.
What this way? What is action? What is fascinated? This is the story.
This still terrifies me, Loki. It still like feels like a pop-up or something. It's gotten worse and worse. Like the intro's gotten more and more messed up every time, bro.
On August 9th, 2020, after Christian followers expressed
I want you to know, August 9th, 2020, this is our timeline right now, meaning that I've already been streaming for 3 months at this point. Christian is here. I've been streaming for 3 months already during this.
Concern over the leaked video in which Sonichu, while allegedly possessing Christine's body, states what arrangements are to be made regarding her possessions in the event Chris ceased to exist in the real-world dimension. The alleged Sonichu wrote a couplet of reassuring tweets. Hey y'all, simple clarification if a certain new rumor, if you have not heard, do not worry or go looking into it. Simple and direct, Barb and I are safe, well and okay. In the sequence of events, this was timed as a think-ahead moment for this timeline. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt emojis. Now, after reading all of that and this, what are you feeling right now? If you feel a good and calm sensation, you will have a lucky and blessed day today. Otherwise, if you feel weirded out, consider yourselves blessed your day is remaining neutral after this moment.
It's so vindictive,
on August
bro.
10th,
It's so ridiculous and
leader of the Place Discord server,
is that
joined
Genshin?
the recently founded official Quickie Discord server meant for general discussion of Christian, and proceeded to leak many private photos and correspondences that Christine and later Sonichu shared privately with members of the place. Not soon after invited the alleged Sonichu to the Quickie server as well, who quickly joined for himself. Over on the Place server, Sonichu asked the other members there what to say on the Quickie server, since he was told that there would be people who would be willing to serve him. Upon perusing the Quickie server some further...
Wait, so this is what the Sonichu server is separate from the Quickie server, and the Quickie server is not official or is official?
Sonichu found photos of writings meant for Chris's friend Kai, which were sent to him privately, expressing his annoyance at seeing them leaked on Discord. Other members reasoned the leak came about because Kai was a dumbass. Sonichu agreed, but clarified that he was
Sonichu
a good
server
kind
is
of
separate,
dumbass
okay.
who possessed power.
But when we're talking about Sonichu, when Sonichu's like, yeah, they're a dumbass, but they're a good kind of dumbass, we're really just talking about Chris, right? Right.
And abilities that
like
were allegedly
they're talking about
verified.
From Sonichu, but really
2
it's
days
Chris.
Later, the purported Sonichu made a public announcement on the Quickie server, letting everyone know that he was not only busy with dealings concerning the dimensional merge, but
I'm kind of mad that they get more like emote reactions than most people. I mean, like, I'm not mad, but it's just kind of like, really? There is actually a lot of people who are still supporting them. It's fucking
also
crazy.
planning to bring Christine's body into Dimension C197 and later travel back in time to prevent the COVID-19 pandemic from ever happening. He also asked for everyone to speak with him and treat him with sincerity and honesty, claiming he did not support neat behavior, derogatorily referring to those not in employment, education, or training.
What are you talking about? How do you... What are you talking about? You will not accept. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining first class. I very much appreciate it, Lufane. What do you mean? Do you hear that? Dude, the pot is calling the kettle. You're right. Pot calling the kettle fucking stupid, bro.
Moderators of the Quickie Discord decided to remove and ban Christine's account from the server, noting that their original aim, like that of the Quickie website, was to catalog Chris's activities and to not directly interact with her or provide her with a platform to spread her beliefs.
Somebody please show me this Discord. Somebody please. If these Discords are still open, please.
Chiefly run by Not,
I want to see
the
it.
new server was a dedicated space for Christine or Sonichu to communicate with supposed fans, where people could offer their questions, which would be privately sorted through and directly messaged to Christine's account. The server was shut down less than a month after its inception, as Not had trouble managing the increasing numbers of antagonistic, low-effort trolls and troublemakers, or weens. In the midst of this, Chris as Sonichu was frequently communicating with the enabling members of the Plays Discord, in addition to some fictional characters that were being portrayed by them.
At this point, I don't even really know what the place is anymore.
By Chris, inspired by the anime Serial Experiments Lane, allegedly introduced to her by Not. Lanechu served to document Christine's activities in the Discord server and would occasionally disseminate information to the Quickie and Kiwi farms, as well as offer Chris and Sonichu words of support and guidance, mostly concerning the merge. Lanechu was played as possessing the bodies of several The Plays members. Initially, the character spoke through Not, who then briefly passed into Klopp. In August, new The Plays member Anaxis was instructed to take over the role of Lanechu, who spoke with Sonichu in public and private, as Sonichu was seeking advice about the coming dimensional merge. Anaxis was coached by Not how to respond, eventually learning to give him pseudo-philosophical words of guidance relating to the importance of patience and letting nature take its course, which Sonichu seemed to accept. Anaxis reasoned that even though he was enabling Christine to keep her comfortable and open to their input, he insisted that it was important to not offer her any new ideas and maintain her current belief system. On August 16th, the purported Sonichu posted on Twitter of his efforts in replacing Chris's broken air conditioner, attaching photos of Sonichu using her neckwear/mask around her forehead to form a quote-unquote three-quarter do-rag. He then posted a photo of the newly installed AC unit in the window. On August 22nd, a Reddit user met Sonichu possessing Christine's body while in the gas station/minimart Sheets and posted a photo of the two together. Also on that day, Anaxis as Lanechu held a question and answer session with Christine as Sonichu after compiling a range of feasibly acceptable and interesting questions from several people. In regards to Chris's father Bob, Sonichu wrote that Robert Chu was annoying for Chris, but still wise and intelligent, having his work greatly appreciated. Regarding Joshua Moon, or Null, the administrator of the Kiwi farms, Sonichu wrote that he and Chris felt neutral towards him, acknowledging all the help he had contributed, but was displeased with Null's disbelief in things quote-unquote fictional. Notably, when Lanechu asked Sonichu,
yeah, I mean, I would also be like, you're kind of already saying it out loud whenever you're deciding, you know, oh, it's fictional. Why don't you believe in it? Because it's fucking fictional. I mean, I know they say quote unquote, right? But then you have to have a completely different way to explain it.
If he had ever heard the song Baba O'Reilly by rock band The Who, the alleged Sonichu wrote, "Heard it in a movie before." Sonichu quickly edited the message to read, "Mama's heard it in a movie before."
Whoa!
On August 26th, Chris's Twitter account blocked Jacob Sockness. Jacob then decreed that he could feel the light of God return to his house and the shadow of Satan descend into darkness after freeing from Chris. He added that he would be casting major spells on her.
No way.
Twitter account
Hold on.
Before.
That was embarrassing, bro.
On August 26th, Chris's Twitter account blocked Jacob Sockness. Jacob then decreed that he could feel the light of God return to his house and the shadow of Satan descend into darkness after freeing from Chris.
Straight calling
he
him
that he would
Satan?
be casting major spells on her, warning those living near her should move far away. Sockness would go on to his personal subforum, or subreddit, on the site Reddit, to elaborate that he also blocked Christine because it was clear to him that she was only faking her magical powers and was unable to assist him in the dimensional merge. Jacob was certain she would not be able to reach him again over social media.
See, I thought that when Jacob would do something like this, it was like because Jacob's, opened their eyes and was like, okay, I've been doing some weird stuff, but no, it's because Chris wasn't weird enough. It's because, you know what? Nah, they're not powerful enough. Instead of the fact that all of this is bullshit.
Chris announced through her
Discord
Discord
that's what I'm saying. So Jacob remains fucking Delulu, bro.
Stopped possessing her body and was now in control of the Christine Weston Chandler from Dimension 1214. Lane Chu took the opportunity to ask some questions, such as what were the major differences between Dimensions 1214 and 1218. Christine, as
I keep thinking I'm Delulu, but I'm definitely not Delulu
had released
in comparison.
2 more albums and lived some years longer in the alternate dimension. After answering a few questions, Chris told Lane Chu that it was not a good time for a Q&A, for her brain was fatigued after a very active day. The next day, after Sonichu apparently taken back control of Chris's body, the Place members held an informal chat and question and answer session over Google Hangouts.
What do you want to be remembered as, and what do you think you will be remembered for?
Well, she wants to be remembered as for who she is, for her life so far and still ongoing. She's essentially living on forever, and this body's living forever, by the way, you know that. But she remembered as kind, positive person she always has been and is always meant to be, and also the literal goddess that she is. And then, of course, all her.
I too would like to be remembered as the literal goddess that I am. Remember this forever.
Of course, her art and books and all that.
Somebody asked, you had to retire from the mayorship of CWCville because it was too much responsibility. Are you sure you want to become a deity? It has a lot more responsibilities than being mayor.
Okay,
that's fair.
Firstly, that fell on Christine Chen, Mama's silk counterpart in C197, and she literally fell into that. And this goes along with the past dislike of the LGBT, where Christine Chen went forward in time to obviously an alternate timeline where they literally had come up with this anti-gay serum, and then she literally came back in time with that. Yeah, Magic Chan just knew that was coming and wasn't going to be able to stop Christine Chan from doing that. And, she was about to essentially going to put it in the water system, but then she got stopped by Magic Chan, and she had to resign from being mayor at that time. And aside from that, from all the other.
So what I'm hearing is that Magic Chan basically reprimanded Christine of C197 for trying to eradicate trying to poison the water supply with anti-gay serum. And now, is that what... Hello?
Other specimens of that particular substance.
Well, the comics are real. The comics are real lore, obviously, Axel. Get it together.
Neutralized and properly disposed of. All of it.
Huh.
I love Not has nothing to say.
Chris Sonichu
That's crazy.
nominated the Chandler's house to become a Pokestop within the augmented reality game Pokemon Go, which would enable players of the game to go to her house's location and collect in-game items. The nomination was quickly rejected. A couple of days later, Kiwi Farms users noted that Chris's Quick Fill shopping website was down, but neither Chris nor Sonichu addressed the matter. On the final day of August, Kiwi Farms user Unrequited Dogpilings shared scans of court documents concerning Christine's trespass after forbidden charge in 2018, noting that she signed the documents with the name Chris Chan Sonichu, written in jagged lightning-esque lettering. On September 2nd, Chris's 2 debt repayment cases were finalized, ruling that Christine was to pay back to the plaintiffs a combined total of between $3,500 and $4,000.
Jesus
At
fucking
around
Christ.
this time, the alleged Sonichu sent text messages to Not, revealing that the reason Sonichu and Christine were still in Dimension 1218 and not in C-197 was because she needed Maker Nightfee and Not to come live close to Chris's house in Ruckersville, Virginia, so they could activate certain events. On September 3rd, Not began posting on activate
Grown deep breaths.
certain events. On September 3rd, Not began posting on the QB Farms private messages and screenshots from Chris and Sonichu, writing that these correspondences were with quote-unquote Watchmen, a title given to the active members of the place, inspired by the 2009 film Watchmen.
I was just gonna say, I was
At
like,
this
isn't there
point,
actual
the
like
identities and the modus
superheroes or
operandi
whatever
of the
that
Watchmen
are
were
that?
unknown to the general Christian following public. On September 4th, Christine's YouTube account posted a short video starring her mother, Barbara, updating her audience of her
Barbara!
condition so that people would not ask Sonichu about her state in his upcoming livestream.
My name is Barbara Chandler. I'm doing fine.
That does not sound like anybody who is doing fine. That sounds exactly like someone who who's being threatened, dude.
What do you want to know?
Ask questions in the comments below or wherever to my associates, yada yada. And come on, say something else.
I don't know what else there to do. I'm doing fine. That's all I can say. Thank you for being interested.
Soon after,
How old is Barbara supposed to be at this point? Because, like, there's definitely, it's not just like old age, right?
Sonichu livestreamed himself reacting to part 4 of YouTube Brony cartoon series Red vs. Blue.
We're gonna respond to Analysis Anarchy Part 4.
Okay,
It's
so
pretty
it
much a
technically
bit of a
can
wait right
be
now, so
some old
everybody
age,
just
but
relax,
definitely
we're all
some other
good.
shit.
I'll probably offer some thoughts along the way, just, you know, randomly, whatever, yada yada yada. And all donations to the super chat are greatly appreciated, so thank you. Shower a little while ago, so that's why looks like the hair is a little wet. That's why. You're seeing Rosie right here. Right here. Right here. She's right here sitting next to me. And you see me, like, you know, talked in lines and sync. So
She's younger than my
I mean, that's
grandma.
good.
My
I mean,
grandma still
that
goes
is
to the
more than
fucking
enough
gym.
good stuff for you, even regardless of the fact that, you know, it's all true. You know that. Everybody knows it. I know it. Feel it. Everybody feels it. Speaking of which, if you could see the aura through this video, just and everything else, then you're psychic and you're awesome. I'm doing a thing.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you've already
I'm
seen
psychic
Barb
and
in
I'm
the
awesome. Look at
video
that.
that I just uploaded a few minutes ago, so you have no reason to ask about Barbara because that's her. She's okay. She's safe. She's well, and she's not being held hostage either. So shut the hell.
They really were just gonna fucking say we're not holding her hostage. Well, I guess it's the same idea, right?
Up, you frickin' fucking haters. Wow.
Hostage
closer
for
time than
what?
I thought. I mean, 8 minutes to go. I'm just gonna leave a comment. How y'all doing, analysts? I am reasonably excited for part 4. The previous parts have been very good. So good that I am literally watching them again. After having foreseen and watched in other timelines.
Oh my god. They can't
Deja
go
vu
one
is
sentence
incoming.
without talking about... They can't
This
go
whole
one
body-
comment without talking about other
It's numb.
timelines.
It's been numb for months. It's been feeling numb for months. So, I ain't hurting. No pain.
I think that's part of the depression, my bro.
Staying alive for
my dude.
Long time. You know, like thousands of years and so on, or beyond that. Infinity.
Why would you want to choose, like...
I get it. Stop it with the Barbie. I mean, stop making Barbara a meme, alright? That's enough. Stop talking about Barb. I don't know how to disable live chats from phone or... I mean, is this it? Good. Phew. Hooray. I don't have to look at him anymore. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I mean, oh my Christian, why am I still here in this dimension? Why am I not in Quickville yet?
From now on, instead of saying, oh my god, I have to say, oh my Christian.
Like that guy from the anime Erased. I mean, if that's gonna happen, just a simple whoop, revive, turn around. I'm in Quickville. Instead of here. I'm in C197. Here. Instead of here. I'm right here, in the spot, in this room, and I'm the same dimension as Rosie once again. I need to be the same dimension as Rosie. I'm right. Best be in the same dimension as Rosie. I'm just running at max speed. Oh, you don't know why I'm racing in been since for the last 6 months.
You know what? I keep asking about why I've been in this world for the last 26 years.
And then I had to get I had to get collide with Super Sonic Senpai, my senpai. And all that just... I was a wild Pokemon! Yeah.
Me, every single time I get into a new relationship, I was a wild Pokemon.
A form of power that afflicts its victims with pop culture powers most garish and cringy. But I had to make sure it worked, so I tried it on others.
Cheers, love. The cavalry's here.
Quite.
Nice.
On September 7th, Sonichu, or Chris, instructed Not how to fulfill orders on her behalf whenever her fans would purchase her Twilight Sparkles secret chipfic folder cards or Sonichu comic books, giving him access to her Google account and sharing with him names and addresses of the buyers. The next day, the Watchman founded the Quick Questions Discord server, which was dedicated for Christian
Animal Crossing
followers
New
to submit their
Horizons?
questions that will later be asked
That shit was
by
out by
Lane Chu to
then? I
Chris
mean, it makes
or
sense, but
Sonichu.
that shit was out!
Lane Chu would go on to ask the supposed Sonichu a selection of questions over the following weeks, with Sonichu revealing the so-called most challenging artwork Chris had ever made. A drawing comprising of 9 A4-sized pages taped together, depicting CPU Blueheart, the most prevalent Sonichu characters, and the CPUs from Hyperdimension Neptunia. Another time, he revealed the lyrics of the Michael Jackson song Ride or Die, recorded by the artist in Dimension 1214.
I've never
after
seen
the
these
date he
pictures of
passed
Michael
away
ever.
In Dimension 1218. I'm getting older. I don't lie. I don't feel the age. I've got my wisdom, my faith. I'm a sage. Life is a stage. We play our parts, but in my life I stay young at heart. I've been up, down, and around. I'm not from this part of town. I've come from the hood of child. Their youthful antics are from the wild. It is a miracle to keep that mood when getting older's got you brewed. Verse. I'm living my life in this later age. I'm a bit of a sage, but my youth keeps me wild and alive. Gotta stay young, because it's all ride or die.
Honestly, I'd believe it. Honest to God, you know the crazy fucking part right now? You know the crazy part is straight up, they could take this. They could take these lyrics, right? And make an AI, like, version of this, seriously. And I want to see it. I want to see it.
On September 13th, a Sonichu...
At this point, I want to see AI. This is what AI was made for, you guys. AI is not made for making, you know, people's lives better or whatever. AI is simply made so that we can have the technology and ability to turn all of Christian's streams come true. I mean, not dreams, right? Because they're real, you know? But all of Christian's thoughts, that's it. It's easy enough just to say it. Any single thing they said, I could just do it. We could truly make them real.
Chu-focused Twitter account holder
That's what I'm saying, Cornflower, dude.
embracing her illustration of Sonichu. The supposed Sonichu using Christine's account wrote to her that a Sonichu that tall was very rare, as their species was typically 3 foot 5 inches
They're
tall.
still going, Spectre.
Soon after, Sonichu wrote a message
Thank you
in
so
Chinese,
much for...
Japanese, and Spanish, likely utilizing the Google Translate translation service, which
Thank you
roughly
so much
translated
for the
as,
biddies. I appreciate
"Listen, everyone around the world. Christian Sonichu is our goddess and savior. She is going to right the remaining wrongs as we coexist in the same dimension combined with all the fictional and original characters." He added that Christine, their goddess, could hear and speak all languages. Also on that day,
It's so
a user
funny.
on the
I'm
DIY
sorry, it's so
product-focused merchant site Etsy complained on Christine's old Etsy storefront, noting that it had been 3 years since they ordered from Chris.
Shouldn't
but
they
their
be able?
order
They should have been
remained
able to get
unfulfilled.
a refund already.
It was around this time that Chris came in contact
I got
with
my
a group
refunds
of
for shit.
individuals based in Goochland County, Virginia, that would come to call themselves Prater, who planned to collaborate with her in producing Sonichu medallions and other Christian
Okay, sorry, but I love this haircut that they have. It looks so comfy.
related merchandise on her behalf, with the aim of having their joint venture being financially beneficial for both parties. They first came to personally visit the Chandler's residence and handed Sonichu in Christine's body a Sonichu medallion with infused gold coloring they had crafted themselves. After at least one meeting over lunch, the supposed Sonichu gave them his and his mother's blessing to proceed with the opening of an online shop on Etsy and begin mass-producing medallions. On September 25th, one Justin, a buyer of 2 Sonichu comic books, texted Christine complaining that his order remained unfulfilled after a significant delay, having failed to hear back from her so-called partner handling the order. He threatened to sue the Chandlers and take them to court with the hopes of landing them in prison if Chris didn't respond with a plan to resolve the issue by 10:30 p.m. of that night.
To prison? Suing for this? For the you knew it, bro. You know how much money it is to fucking sue?
The following day, after getting no response, Justin messaged her again, claiming he would take legal action that would lead to the demolishment of her house. Kristen responded, writing that she and her accomplices were going through a major grind of all the events, as her brain was psychically linked to everything. She explained that she was allegedly being helped by Null, along with other allies, to help with her back orders. Chris added that a refund for Justin could not be issued, as funds had been more than fickle around there, and told him to blame any further delays on Null. She expressed
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
that she would not
I would
tolerate
sue over less. Shinobi, you wanna maybe run into me with your car? Maybe? Like, just for fun?
any more of his hate-filled trolling, and that he would get us comics when they would be ready. Justin went on to write in length that he was not a troll, and that he simply demanded what he paid $30 for, branding her a thief, and claimed that Christine would go to prison for not fulfilling his order
my
and cause the
God!
Chandlers to lose their
Is
house.
a bad person. A bad
On
fucking
September
person,
28th,
bro.
the alleged Sonichu
I
wrote
saw the
through
fucking
Christine's
R
Twitter
word.
account that the Quickfill shopping site had been closed for a while due to her inability to pay for the website hosting costs. He added that he was working with other unnamed friends and supposed allies that would be selling and producing on her behalf the Sonichu comics, custom Twilight Sparkles, secret chipfic folder cards, Sonichu medallions, and so on. Sonichu added that the COVID-19 pandemic had been most discordant with this dimension and timeline, but told Chris's followers to chillax. He continued that he did not appreciate a pinned post in the Christian subforum on QB Farms, wherein Null tells readers to not buy anything from Christine. Sonichu closed by telling people to stop hating on them, since they were dealing with psychic and deity-level problems that would be explained later on.
But then that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that, like, you can continue with your business, right? Obviously you can't. So what? Hello?
The alleged Sonichu then posted new photos of Chris's Sonichu medallion hanging from her necklace, visibly warping on the surface and encrusted in possible grime.
Oh my god.
On September 30th, after Barbara received flowers from someone who claimed to be her son, the movie critic Cole Smithy, in commemoration of her upcoming birthday, Sonichu in response posted on Christine's YouTube account a video starring Barbara, directed at Chris's half-brother Cole.
Hi, Cole. Thanks for the flowers. They're beautiful. That was very sweet of you. I remember all the cards and letters that you mailed me when you were in college. I still have them, and I still read them. It's so nice to be reminded of your love and support. Thank you very much. I love you.
Very nice. Very nice.
You're right.
All right.
I don't think she blinks. Wait, I have
Thank
to
you
watch.
very much.
Have you seen? Did you see her blink
Uh,
at all?
Response have brother Cole.
Hi, Cole.
I have
Thanks
to
for the
watch it.
flowers.
Oh wait, that was
They're
a quick
beautiful.
blink. That was a quick
That was
blink.
very sweet of you.
Like super quick blink.
I remember all the cards and letters that you mailed me when you were in college. I still have them.
Is she ghost
And
blinking?
I still read them. It's so nice to be reminded of your love and support. Thank you very much. I love you.
That's
nice.
ridiculous,
Very
dude.
nice.
Honestly.
All right. Hey, Cole. Got a little message for you myself.
Fuck you.
Brother, this is actually Sonichu. Yeah, the one and only prime of the Sonichu species from our sister dimension that's literally right next door to you. Hey, you've been hanging out next to Iron Man. Literally. You've been hanging out with Iron Man and the Avengers and some of the DC heroes and everybody. But aside from that, I gotta tell you, Cole, all the stuff you pulled against Barb over these years, and I've heard about through Mama's memory, because I only just swapped bodies with Mama, like, with Christine, like what, literally 6 months ago today, and I just have so many of my own shares of things and whatnot
Yeah?
that I can only speak to you on her behalf. Got my own problems here, heart grace, yada 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 yada, so forth. It'll alarm me some.
Okay. Alrighty, buddy.
I don't have a script. I'm not going on a script, but Cole,
Fuck you.
I'll give you this props. At least you came through on doing this nice thing for Barb in her later years.
Aw.
Right before we're actually going on with the Dimension Merge, where you will literally be able to meet Iron Man, but also just to drive over to Jersey and literally meet Batman. So have fun knowing that, Joseph Cole Smithy. And
Is that supposed to scare? Like, is that a threat? The way they said, have fun knowing that, Jacob Cole Smitty. That you've been hanging out with Iron Man and Batman. Huh? What? I'm confused. What is this? What are you trying to convey? I don't know how to understand. What? I actually found you through the Christian VODs on YouTube. Well, welcome in, Unforgettable Fever. Nice to see you. Now you get to see them being made. Yeah, no, this is an inch. I don't know.
Susanna. That's still a thing. And you know what? I'm just gonna do what Mama did, like, hey, whoop-de-doo for him. Because she did that, and I just felt like I wanted to do that. Hey, you got married without inviting her and Barb. So there's that.
It's just like, I don't know if, even if they like gave this to Cole and Cole watches it, this part is probably just gibberish to them, right? Because as far as I know, Cole definitely doesn't know anything about who the fuck Mama is, okay? Right? Like, Cole is just like, dude, that's for Chris. I don't know. It's a lot.
Although I will say one thing on behalf of Mama. You're right about Barb on a number of things. And Mama was mistaken. So, there's that. She's learned. Barbara yelled at Mama. So, there's that. Let you know about that. But it's a whole different kettle of fish. If you feel like you want to talk about this personally, feel free to call or text at pretty much the phone number that's been popularized all over the internet. Alright?
Does somebody have the phone number?
Anyway, all the way here in Ruckersville, Virginia, in this dimension 1218, originating from C197. Thanks, Cole.
Really, do I think I'm
Have a good
surviving
day.
the dimensional verge? Absolutely not, and
On
I sure
October
as hell
1st,
hope not.
Sonichu wished Barbara a happy 79th birthday on Chris's Twitter account. The next day, Sonichu received a set of Sonichu wire art from a DIY wire artist, thanking them publicly on Twitter. The artist in return expressed her happiness at meeting a fellow artist and creative soul, and sent a virtual hug to Chris's mother. Later on, the alleged Sonichu livestreamed his reaction to the premiere of Analysis Anarchy, Red vs. Blue, Part 5.
Yeah, it is a good angle anyway. If it's a bit lopsided one way or the other.
I just because I don't believe it, right? I don't think that Cole out of nowhere is going to send these flowers. I mean, unless Cole is having like some other, thing with their life where they're like, yeah, maybe I should rekindle, stuff like that. I don't know. But I just don't understand why Christian thinks that Cole would understand any single thing that they're saying when it comes to the dimensional merge, when it comes to like, why you haven't spoken to them yourself, in like years. Why would you automatically assume that?
My bad. I got this thing on the body pillow. So and also with that said, shout out with a happy birthday to Barbara. Her birthday was yesterday.
The birthday,
she
right.
just turned 79 years old. So, toast to that. She should have.
That's actually a beautiful
quite a
cupcake.
few more to go. And y'all get to see me eat a cupcake, so whoop-de-doo.
He proceeds to eat a cupcake on camera.
Okay, why'd you have to narrate the cupcake eating on camera, though? Gino, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, this brain.
Well, it's just a cupcake. It looks like a good cupcake.
Else, but this brain can be a bit slow at times. So it's like I'm in the process of one thought, and it's like another thought comes along.
Oh, right, for the audio-only
And then it just
listeners.
draws a
Oh,
blank.
my bad, Leighton. That's a good one. You're right. I'm sorry about that.
Oh yeah, well I guess another thing I can talk about is dimension merge. It's still happening. It's happening. It's continuing its progress. You're seeing everything happen, one moment at a time, literally. And I am speaking, and to Christian and all other deities.
You think one day when Christian, I don't know, one day you think that we're just gonna auction off these things that they have in their home, and hey, was you previously owned by Christian, and there's gonna be a big giant bidding war and shit too?
But yeah, essentially to just be like, hey, what's the dimension merge about? Shoot, didn't Mama go through it enough already on Twitter and Facebook and whatever about months to a year
You're
ago
right.
or
This is so
something?
Truman
Yada,
Show,
yada,
bro.
yada. But long story short, we OCs and FCs, that's original characters, the fictional characters that y'all consider that y'all been chronicling, drawing, writing about, yada yada yada. We all exist and coexist. But that's to y'all through a dimensional curtain divide that's invisible for the most part, but you can sense it. Only select few could be as sensitive as that. But it's at least obviously not a living receiver, because I'm very conscious and aware of it all.
Honestly, I would say something about that, but who am I to talk? Because I'm definitely the kind of person who believes that we're walking among spirits all the time. You know what I mean? I do believe that there's another dimension out there that, do I believe that Christian is in control of these dimensions? No. Do I still believe that, do you know what I'm saying? Do I believe that they're a goddess and have the ability to just switch all that stuff out? I don't. But do I believe there are other dimensions out there, where anything could be? Ghost. Thanks, Axel. Where anything could be. Yeah, I do. There's definitely a dimension out there where I'm married to Gojo, so.
Because, Mama's been very conscious aware. And then guess what? Literally over 6 months now. It turned 6 months just 2 days ago on the 30th of September. 6 months! I've been here for 6 months! I've been in this body for 6 months! Since Mama and I swapped last March. But
why are they stuck in this body?
So all of us over there, y'all over here. Y'all chronicle us, and we even chronicle all of you. I feel a burp coming on. Excuse me. Just had some veggies. I hate when this brain goes blank! Noise. The medic duo of Doc and Bran. Uber up the dock! Meatballs! Meatballs! It's the Dragonzor!
Possibly in response to the reactions in the stream, Sonichu posted a Twitter poll asking
my God,
Christian
tell me there's
followers
a full
whether they
guy.
would be
Tell me there's a
interested
full
in
guy.
reading a written Bible of sorts regarding.
Okay, I get that, Spectre, where there's a difference between believing in a higher / alternate plane of being and thinking the Sonic movie is a documentary of real events. But what if the Sonic movie is a documentary of real events in another dimension? In an alternate plane. And for us, it's just a movie, but out there, it's real. Like, I don't know. I do like the idea of all the possibilities, but at the same time, it's like, do I think anybody is just sitting here jumping between dimensions? No.
Regarding the dimensional
Have I tried it? Yes.
merge, with a large majority voting in its favor. Soon after the announcement, an unknown enabler via text message encouraged Chris to proceed to write a Bible based on her existence, laws, and prophecies to counteract the slanderous writings posted on the Quickie and Kiwi forums. They added that they envisioned the scripture would serve great importance after the dimensional merge. During this time, a
That's
college
funny as
student
hell,
of
Spectre.
around
That's
18
a good
years of
one.
age on the autism spectrum, who would be referred to as the Sutras, was developing a well-known reputation on the Quickie Discord server for
Wait,
her
who is
student
this?
after farms. They added that they envisioned the scripture would serve great importance after the dimensional merge. During this time, a college student of around 18 years of age on the autism spectrum, who would be referred to as the Sutras, was developing a well-known reputation on the Quickie Discord server for her supposed infatuation with Chris, after making frequent posts regarding Chris's attractiveness and sex appeal, perhaps being perceived as ironic. However, she would soon confess to friends and on online message boards that she had gotten true desirous feelings for Chris. In early October, Quickie Discord moderator Anaxis privately messaged the Sutras upon learning that she had contacted Christine's phone to at least send her a drawing she had made, in addition to possibly chatting with her as well on separate occasions. Anaxis warned her about contacting Chris since it was against the rules of the server, telling her not to do so again lest she face more serious consequences. On October 5th, a Reddit user posted a photo of Chris's body driving the family car while in the Ruckersville area. On the 8th, Sonichu, while in possession of Christine's body, drove to Pennsylvania to return a box of over 50 items that was sent by one Luke that were to be autographed by Chris. Luke in return paid her $190, mostly for her travel expenses. He would go on to resell the items on the online marketplace, Mercari, under the false pretense that the items had been owned by Chris Chan. At Luke's house, the two ended up playing the video game.
I mean, it is signed, but I can't believe that actually happened, bro. They are signed. There's a 50 Shades of Grey book out there signed by Christine. It's pretty wild though. It's yeah.
Super Smash
Yikes,
Bros.
Luke.
Ultimate together. After leaving his home, Sonichu then drove to the last known address
Respect
of
the hustle.
Transformers-focused toy review YouTuber
Literally,
Ngo
as we just
316
talked about
in
it.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for an unsolicited visit to offer him some gifts and to meet with a friend of his who supposedly possessed psychic senses. Ngo had in fact sold the residence to a Spanish-speaking woman who wound up opening the door for Sonichu and explaining to him the situation. Also at around this time, Sonichu recounted a dream he had with the Watchman, which consisted of a large golden disc that Sonichu believed could be the key to breaking through the Iron Curtain and allowing him back into his dimension of C-197.
Wait, why
In the
are they
coming
stuck
days,
again?
Mostly with the help of the Place member, Kyle, Sonichu drew the golden disc, divided into different sections, and inscribed with symbols taken from the Zodiac, the Japanese samurai moral code of Bushido, Pokemon, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Also during this time frame, Sonichu revealed the front cover for the unfinished comic Sonichu issue 17, depicting Christine dressed in her Gopnik attire, accompanied by her supposed spouses, Magi-chan Sonichu and Crizel Rosechu. On October 13th, Isabella Loretta Janke, or Bella, a longtime follower of Chris-chan, masqueraded as an employee of subscription video streaming service CuriosityStream, offering Christine a chance to appear on an upcoming podcast episode focusing on people with autism in collaboration with Discovery Channel Ficology. Bella offered Chris a payment of $30 per 1,000 views, and added that their program would typically get 20 to 30,000 views. It is unclear whether Christine responded to the email. Bella was also known to be at the time a member of Onion Farms, a Kiwi farm-style lolcow-focused website created by former Chris-chan follower and enabler Kenneth Engelhardt, where she was temporarily banned for offering to sell the private information, or docs, of other users of the site. On October 15th, Sonichu revealed to members of the Place Discord server that he was handwriting a script for a supposed sermon that was to be recorded the following day by members of the organization Praetor. Caden, the leader of the Praetor group, was then invited to join the Place, where they discussed their future merchandising plans with Chris and Sonichu. While conversation remained amicable, the Watchmen were quietly suspicious of Praetor's true intentions, thinking it possible that Praetor would take advantage and manipulate Chris. On October 16th, the supposed—
Dude, honestly, any single time Chris says anything regarding merch, I'm fucking zoned out, bro, because I'm dead tired of hearing about merch, like new merch coming out and merch not getting there, and it's just like, dude, at this point, this is just crime.
Sonichu met with members of Praetor
this is straight scamming and crime.
In Goochland Public Library, where they took a series of promotional photos that were posted on the photo-based social platform Instagram. The private accounts of most of the members were also tagged in the photos, which allowed for Chris-chan followers to uncover their true identities.
This girl looked not exactly, but this girl looked pretty closely alike to the other girl who literally was trying to get them to do what, Discovery podcast or whatever.
They also recorded a video sermon presented by Sonichu, standing behind—
I might love crime, but I draw the line at false merch promises. I do not love crime, okay? It was a tragedy what happened to my last 4 ex-husbands. A tragedy, honestly. And all they left behind for me was just crazy amounts of money.
Behind a podium with a projected background. Praetor,
well, what is money when it comes to
occasionally
love?
added overlaid annotation text throughout, which communicated a sarcastic and trollsome tone regarding their belief in Sonichu's words. The video sermon was published at a later date.
My night class is spent by God wants on the point of my life. Chris! It's Christian! Chris! It's Christian! See your birth was a song of God Creek. Here we go again, motherfucker!
Hey everybody!
That was the intro?
Still in Mama's body for since 6 months since she and I body swapped. But anyway, so I wrote my own little speech that talks about updates that happened since when Mama originally talked about the Dimension Merge. It's still in progress.
Sorry, I still need to mention the fact that, like, every single time that Sonichu calls Chris-chan, I've been getting flamed a lot for still pronouncing Christian, Mama. It makes me so, like, icky because they also are married, right?
Emotion and heart and everything is in there, so let's get down to it. So let me see. Let's talk about the communities and what y'all in 1218 here can and should do.
No? Are they not married?
Anyway, so most everyone has
Who's
prepared their evac kits, taken up survival and outdoor learning from—
Wait, so who is Axel? Who are spouses?
Etc. And in each country and city, they have their plans made out and distributed. They distributed pamphlets on those. Even President Herbert Garrison, who's pretty much Donald Trump's self-counterpart, freaking Trump, Garrison called the prep work plans in order. Thank deities we do not have your frickin' pandemic.
No, because there is a Chris Chan of the other dimension also. Magic Chan, Crizel, Roastu, Mewtwo, Sylvana, Roastu, Pikachu.
More and more.
Okay,
portals
I'm actually,
and
never mind
breaks
then.
have
I thought that
been
Sonichu
appearing
was
around the
my bad. I thought
throughout the
Sonichu was one of the
galaxies
spousals
of the
all
Iron
along.
Curtain between our dimensions, and some have safely and successfully traversed to the other dimension and back. Everyone who has perished so far, meeting Mama's estimates respectively, have safely merged and awakened in their self-counterparts' bodies, brains, and consciousness. The tallied numbers of individuals in C197 who are confirmed of waking up here to be in the millions. Also, we have confirmed buildings and objects fully transitioning into the other dimension from the other side, such as Gotham City in C197 has seen buildings from this dimension appear on the outskirts around them. The temples in Saudi Arabia crumbled in C197, and your temples appear to replace them. And I can go on with the Notre Dame and all of the California that burned in favor of those cities from C197 into 1218, including Elmore.
You know what? At this point, I will accept the dimensional merge. Like, just look through whatever has been happening for the last whatever amounts, okay, of time. All right. And you know what? Maybe these are the results of a dimensional merge. Bye, Axel. Thank you. Bye.
Was doing a bang-up job and bringing on the firestorms here. But fortunately, in combination between both the next dimensions, most everyone got out of the transitioning buildings and survived. The combined number of deaths by becoming stuck in fading in walls, floors, and so on were just over 10 people. Just that, 10. I was also aware of Mama in 1218. I've never acted against either of them. All of them freaking idea guy and his damnable villain-loving powers.
What is this? This is part of, okay, these little texts here are part of the video, right?
A major pain on our Earth and Equestria in C197.
Bitch-ass idea guy.
Freaking Nazis. Manipulating the CPUs with his freaking OC Johnson Wiles, soldier of war and whatever. Ah, what a freaking manipulator. Mark, just kick his ass all over the place. And idea guy he got into my brain and turned me against her. It was horrible. And Mama had not ever stopped being kind with me, but I was so blinded. And as I had threatened her, and then she got tough love with me, just broke me out, brought me back to myself. Whew, boy.
I literally thought that they said blew my back out for a good second.
And worlds of relief when she finally used her ether to undo all the idea guy's chaos in C197. I've also traversed and visited other planets, dimensions, and timelines with Rosie, by myself, or with Magic Chan, or whoever, for additional tech, resources, and useful supplies. We definitely certainly got a bit of help, despite his freaking retardedness, but not from freaking Jacob Sockness and this freaking link with Jacoba on Andromeda. But at least we have our allies that are outside of that freaking OG Oedipus of a thing, whatever. But then
Speaking of Oedipus,
Magic Chan told me as much as possible of the upcoming body swap that I was gonna do between Mama and I. Come March 31st, crack out, zapping it up to the extreme. Here I was, and still am, over 6 months now. I tell you all, sincerely, directly, and very clearly as possible, the majority of you all can hardly ever comprehend the genuine overpower, abilities, endurance, fortitude, and overall strength and speed this one body and brain literally has. So many visions, so many deja vu moments, telepathy, telekinesis, and so on to every power all of you can think of in this dimension, and then some. No exaggerations. And no lies either, I tell you. And the powers of this body and this brain have become easier to utilize. It also goes off in massive aura energy. Glowing! Look at all this glow around me. If y'all can see this through the video, you are psychically, spiritually awesome!
That was actually kind of good.
Your brain
Awesome!
are literally working, doing, interdimensionally and goddessly traversing tough, rough, and hard every single millisecond. And I, Sanchu, have tried and kept on and continuing on until that day in the new pandemic-free version of this, the Omega timeline, because I'm going back in time with this body after I get back into C197, finally return this body to Mama in the new timeline at BabsCon 2020. How will I, Sanchu, am unable to do Mama's job as good as only she, our OG Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu of Earth's 1218 and C197 can do.
This is a very well spoken out. Like I'm genuinely impressed that the focus has been for this entire segment and this entire video, the focus was already there. Like there's a whole tell me there's got to be a script. You know what I mean?
Her goddess level overpowers and abilities, they're all literally tailored and custom made only for her. I never should have ever doubted her. I sincerely pledge and repledge my duty, loyalty, and best of myself, my powers and abilities to her now, and after which she and I swap back to our original bodies in a new timeline. All praise, prayers, and power to our goddess of 1218 and C197.
Okay, this is definitely, seriously, this has gotta be, the Praetor, the whole Praetor thing is also just one big long scam. Having to say it like that, specifically saying some shit like this part, you know what I mean?
Christine Weston Chandler's Sonichu.
Wow. That wasn't... Yeah, that wasn't that bad. That was pretty, that was chewable. That was chewable. It was very, I don't know, maybe I'm starting to, dude, is Christian getting to me? Cause that wasn't that bad. What episode? This episode is part 78, the one that just came out last week. So for me, it just feels like, okay, this is it now. And the most interesting part is the whole Barbara of it all, because Barbara is, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you know, if you already accepted, like, okay, this is what's happening. This is where it is. Like, any single time they say anything about the dimensional merge, I'm just like, yeah, yada, 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 right? But that wasn't that bad. They didn't do anything much worse than what they've already done so much of. There was only minimal... I think I get more upset when they start asking for money, and there was only minimal of that. So, yeah, that was a pretty good episode. I did like that. It was, the video at the end was interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen with this Praeton thing. You're up to 74? Yeah, there's 4 more. Yeah, you got it. You're almost there, buddy. Don't worry, you're almost there. Yo, hi, Archon. Christian making a cult? No, Christian was not making a cult. Okay, but they had Christian, and I'm fixing it. I'm fixing the Christian thing. They had Christian sit up at the to talk about like their new merch coming out that he's working with a bunch of people on, called Praeton or something, and he was doing a whole dimensional merge explanation. So, yeah. Alrighty. Here we go. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had a good time today. Yeah, it is a Friday, so we're all feeling much, much better, and we're feeling good. My name is Lilybelle. I love to I keep saying this like way too early. Let me send you guys out somewhere first. There we go. My name is Lilybelle. I love to travel, but I suck at geography. Yes, please do send me good luck with the storm that is coming my way. It'll be it'll be a slight drizzle, or it'll be very, very bad. But I hope all of you guys stay safe, and all of my friends stay safe also. All right, thank you for flying with Lilybelle Air. Bye-bye now.